What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people be asking me about King Von. You know, he one of the top artists I'm always asked about, along with Chief Keef and Lil Durk. People tend to always ask me about them. They know I'm a real drill historian. I've been documenting the culture for a while. Because I feel like this time period is a period a lot of people going to look back on and be like, damn, it was a lot of people lost their lives. So I wanted to be one of the first people to kind of document it on this YouTube channel. It's something going on in Chicago that involves a mural and King Von. We all seen it. It's right across the street from O-Block. That picture that went viral all around the world. But what a lot of people don't know, the Chicago Police Department, like some of the government, people in position is trying to put that mural to rest. They kind of don't want it there. They feel like it leaves a bad vibe in the community and shit like that. Today, I get a chance to talk with a lady who started a petition. It's kind of going viral on the internet. A lot of people have been talking about it. Actually, some of my sources then told me that this is like really real and this is going to end up being a big story. So I get an opportunity to talk to this lady. You'll let them know exactly what your name is and where you're from.
My name is Callie Piju, and I live in New Hampshire now, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, before we start this interview, you just said Brooklyn, New York. I want to know, how was it growing up out there?
Well, I grew up in Long Island, but then I moved to Brooklyn, and it was all right. I mean, I lived in Bed-Stuy for a while, and it was kind of not as bad as O-Block, but it was about the same. So,
Right.
I mean, I never had any issues out there, but it was the same.
And is there like a mixed community, or is it like kind of segregated with like black side here and white side here? Or is it like
Where I was
everyone
living
there?
in Bed-Stuy, it was, and Bushwick, it was all mostly black or Hispanic. It wasn't, now that I've been back to visit, it's more, they're bringing in the Hasidic Jews to Bed-Stuy. So like at Marcy Avenue, where I used to live by, that's where now they're building like
Is that
Jewish
like where Jay-Z was
communities.
at?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jay-Z was, that's where he grew up at Marcy.
Right. Is it like when you was out there a little while ago, is it the same as now? Because I see it got heavy gang presence and shit out there now. A lot of shootings and gun shit going on.
The heavy violence that's going on is more, I think, in the Canarsie area, which would be like where Pop Smoke and them is from, which is the, I think it's like the Woos and the Chews and stuff like that.
Right.
Not so much the Bloods and the Crips. I think it's more like I watch on YouTube that,
Right.
it's morely out there. But there is a lot of weird violence, like just walking up to somebody, shooting them or something strange like that. But it's not really in Bed-Stuy like it used to be.
Okay. Where you at now, is it a huge drill presence out there, or is it like still underground and shit?
It's not at all. Not at all. No
Yeah.
drill, barely any drill presence.
They don't really see it, so you just gotta know about it to know it.
Right.
I hear that you got like a connection with like King Von music. Where did you really get that love for him from?
It all just trickled down from I was listening to XXXTentacion, then I went to Juice World, and then it was Vaughn, and I did listen to Dirk, and I've always listened to like Chief Keef and all them. So then Vaughn started coming into the picture, and I really liked his music and his way of storytelling and everything. So it just became something I enjoyed listening to on a daily. Something actually, like, if you tired or you're not in a good mood, actually kind of puts you in a good mood in a way, or like gives you adrenaline to want to, just be like excited or stuff, or, sing with it,
I noticed that a lot of people tend to fall in love with King Von's story. I want to ask you, have you seen like some of the documentaries and some of the YouTube videos about him? Do you know like some of the background that they say he was involved in?
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it because I'm talking on your channel, but I do watch another channel that documents all the gang things in stories and tells exactly everything they've done, even allegedly. And I've watched them all, so yeah, I know.
Okay,
everything.
And the reason I asked you that is from somebody that's not from Chicago. What is it about that makes the world so intrigued by him, in your opinion?
I don't know if they're really intrigued. I think, like with the mural, the issue is that he's been put in such a negative light that's why they're saying, why do we want to put a mural here? Because this person I was actually reading some YouTube comments, and somebody was like, he's a serial killer, and I had to write underneath it, like as an admirer of Vaughn, that he's not a serial killer. First of all, serial killers go out and kill random people all over the place and just leave bodies and stuff like that. It kind of seems to me, the way the whole drill thing goes and the whole gang thing goes, from also knowing, being in Brooklyn, from Bloods and Crips and sort of kind of thing, that they really, it's like, you kill one of mine, I'm going to kill one of yours kind of thing. So it's not really like they're serial killing somebody. It's more like, you killed my brother, so now I'm going to go after somebody that you're with. So to me, I think of that as my own self. I don't particularly think I would go out and kill somebody because I don't want to do jail time. But, right. If somebody killed like my daughter, I don't know what I might do. I might do it. Who knows? But, it's in that moment. Right. And so, his story just intrigued. I'm sure a lot of the people that do admire him, especially the women, he was a very good looker. So I'm sure it's not like he's not cute. So a lot of people think he's, good looking. So that's another reason why a lot of people like him. But it's funny, I fell in love with his side that I saw from him with Asian.
Right.
Because he was so humble and so, wasn't the same person as in the street. So to me, it wasn't like he was that person all the time. So to me, it was just like, he was so nice. Like, there was just so many things that he did, opening his fan mail on his, in his car and reading some of it. And he just seemed like he was a humble person, regardless of his hard upbringing.
Right. I want to know, since you watch the videos and you listen to the music, I want to know from your opinion, when you hear news about Chicago, when you see what's going on in Chicago, what do you think? What do you see? What do people outside see about Chicago? Because a lot of people think this place is like, Iraq, this place is Afghanistan, this place is Kuwait, and then some people come out here and think this is like the most beautiful place on earth. What is your opinion of this place since you've been out here?
I haven't seen very much yet, but it seems okay where I'm at. But when you're I'm at home where I live, and then you see stuff on the news or the internet, then it's like even when I told people I was coming out here, they were like, "You going to Chicago? Why? You gonna get killed?" And I'm just like, I'm gonna come back. Everything's gonna be fine. And, they all were worried about me. And I'm just like, I'm a big girl. I'm fine. It's gonna be fine. I said, it's not like I'm going hanging out at 2:00 in the morning, So to me, it's just like, I've always been like this. If you treat people a certain way and act in accordance to some way, then you're gonna get the response you want. If you go out there acting crazy or act like a fan and weird, then you're gonna get a weird response. So that's not how I am. Obviously, I'm older, so I don't have that kind of persona.
Where was you exactly at? What exactly was you doing? What was the vibe going on when you heard the news that King Von was shot and killed?
I was actually in my bed, I think, and I was looking through YouTube and stuff, and I started posting back to back to back to back to back, and then it was posting the video from the club, and I started watching it, and like everybody else, and started crying, and was just like, I can't believe this. He just dropped the album. He's in his prime. He's so young. This is crazy. It made no sense to me. The whole thing just made no sense. What happened? It was just so tragic. It was like, it wasn't like the normal gang thing. It wasn't like that. It was just so crazy to me to see that on TV like that and watching it play out, Yeah,
I agree with you on that. Where did you get this idea for this petition from? Where did this come from? I've been seeing it. A lot of people have been telling me about this petition. Close people to King Von have been telling me certain things too. The sources I got that I can't talk about. But where did you get this idea from? Because I heard this thing got a lot of signatures.
It's probably at about 13,003 and change probably right now. I didn't check it this morning, but about 13,000. And literally it was about 12 or something thousand right away. It's now just trickling like little bits in now because I'm not posting it as much, and it was actually piggybacking off of the elder woman here, her call in to vote for the petition, which I felt was coming from Brooklyn, coming from, not that it makes a difference, but having, African American husband, children. I felt like this because what happened was I texted to vote.
Okay.
Problem is I live in New Hampshire, so at first nothing happened. It just looked like I texted nobody. So I was like, does it even work? How do I know I even got responded to? So then I think it was a day or two later, I got a message from the link, like from the phone number, saying I had to take a picture of my ID. And obviously, if my ID did not match the vicinity of Parkway Gardens, then my vote don't count. So to me, what happened was my petition came first before even the vote call in. My petition came first. I don't know what prompted me. I had heard that they were going to take it down, and I was like, why? It's not promoting any kind of gang thing. It's just a picture. He's got the O-Block chain, but he's across from O-Block. His friends are there. His family's there, and it didn't seem to be, and it's a work of art. You know how long it takes, like the artist Chris Devins, you know how long it took him not to only...
You talked to the artist before?
I talk to the artist every day, all day. So, he's a very nice guy. He's also did the Juice WRLD murals out here. Right. Very excellent art person. So, I don't know. I just was like, my brain was like change.org. And I was like, I went on change.org and I was like, how do I do a petition? And I just started it. And it just flew like crazy everywhere. And then I started posting it. And then I contacted the lady that did the mural movement, which is the lady that goes to the store and gets the wall to put the mural on, right, and then contacts the artist, and then the artist, does it that way, and told her what I had did, and she was supportive of it and everything else. And then, like I said, then eventually she met with the elder woman, and that's when the vote thing got into it. And I just felt like, not saying that people are criminals and things like that, but I'm just saying, if people are living a life that they live in, they're not going to be sending in their government ID to a random phone number. They don't know where it's going. They don't know who's looking at it. I just don't see that vote-in was going to be such a more positive thing than the petition I started is all. That was what I was aiming for.
All right. I noticed you got the Extension tattoos. You got King Von tat. You got Juice WRLD. You think we can see that?
Sure. I don't know. I got X right here.
Okay, you got the X. You got the King Von, the king, and the crown. I think that's pretty dope.
I got King Von right there.
Okay.
And then I got... I don't know if you can see it.
It'll catch it. I think that's pretty dope. So you was really intrigued by their music. I want to know, what? The reason I asked you that is, we seen King Von. Cameras captured his last breath. Okay, we seen him lose his life on camera. In your opinion, I want you to be honest with me now. We got to be honest. We can't flex. We can't front. We're gonna have to be 100% honest for the camera. Okay, I want you to keep it real with truth on this. What is your opinion on the whole situation? Do you think Lil Tim was in the right to do what he did, or do you think Lil Tim went too far in the situation with Quando, Rondo, and King Von from a fan perspective?
I feel that there's always going to be a lot more to the story than we actually really know. Okay. That is what I will say. I don't believe all this conspiracy theory nonsense that I do read. But I believe like this. Von made contact with Quando alone. None of his boys came in to jump Quando. So Quando and Von were in an altercation, whether Quando was fighting back or not. Still, it was only two of them, and everybody else was standing back. And no, I don't feel with everything else that's going on in the world or even out here, since it's such a high um, crime situation with guns and stuff so much out here, that you didn't need to bring a gun to a fist fight. I mean, yes, I just watched something on TV. A guy hit one guy one time in the head and killed him. Yes, that can happen. That can happen. But that didn't happen. And for him to just shoot him and take him out over a fist fight, to me, just was not, okay to me. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree with you. I want to know. So, what's the overall meaning? What you trying to do with all of this? Let the world know what you're trying to do. Because some people in this world feel like when King Von died, a lot of people came out the woodworks. That's kind of clouding, gaining fan bases and things like that. What would you tell the people to let them know you're not one of them people?
Well, first of all, you said it. You just said it, and I wasn't going to correct you because you're the host. But my whole thing is, especially again, not saying like I'm some old woman or something, but I'm in my 40s. So to me, I'm not a fan. I call myself an admirer.
Okay, an admirer. Sorry about that.
Because I'm not fanned out. Like okay. I contact people that he's friends with, and they interact with me online, and we speak like regular adults and people, and they're nice to me, and hoping I'm gonna meet a couple of them later today when I go downtown, down to the Parkway Gardens barbecue, to the Mural. But I don't know. I started the petition, and I thought I was gonna do something and keep the mural up, and that there wasn't gonna be a problem, and that hoping that I wouldn't get any hate, which I haven't got any hate. I have to say, nobody's giving me death threats or said anything out of craziness to me about you crazy for doing that or anything like that. I just hope they keep it up for his family and his kids and his friends, because I think that gives them some kind of positive thing to look out those gates and see him there, even though he's not here anymore. The clout chasing stuff, I mean, there's a lot of his boys that were coming up behind him regardless, whether he was in the spotlight at the time, and now because he's gone, they are coming more into the spotlight. I did listen to Mural before he is getting really, really popular.
Shout out Mural.
Yep. Actually,
Mural, you gotta come through, Mural.
Actually, sad story. I listened to a snippet of King Von's friend Louis that got shot in the head, a song that he was going to release. He's never, I don't think, released it, but it's really good. It's actually on one of his IG pages. I'm hoping that he gets better, and hoping maybe he can pursue that. Long live Slutty. It's a shame that had to go down the way it went. But I do listen to them. I listen to E-Dog. I listen to a lot of them that's out there. I listen to Dirk.
Not to cut you off, but you said something while you was talking. I don't want to forget it, so I gotta tell you. You said you're going to Oblock.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
A lot of people feel like that's like a dangerous place. You shouldn't go there, man. Look, you signing up for the wrong thing. I'm not gonna lie though. It's a lot of civilized and nice people in Oblock. Mm-hmm. I think that the media and the internet then kind of spray painted that place the wrong way. But nah. What have your family told you when you told them you was going to Oblock?
My family thinks that I'm crazy.
Okay.
My family said, be careful. They've heard a lot about, out there, be careful. And my whole thing is that I've never been worried or scared. So especially living in Brooklyn, I've never been worried or scared. I used to have to take the subway every day. I used to work in Long Island. When I lived in Brooklyn, I worked in Long Island, so I used to have to take the train sometimes 3 and 5 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I always had my jewelry on, always had my purse, always had whatever I had on me. Okay. Never got mugged, robbed, raped, killed, so because here I am. Mm-hmm. But so I figured if I go in with that mentality of being scared, then I'm gonna be scared. But my whole thing, like I said, for me to reach out to his people, I don't call it like gang people call it checking in. But
Right.
I'm letting them know this is what I'd like to do. Years ago, but a few more years ago, he said, it really wasn't like that before, maybe even the mural. Like, people weren't just allowed to just like come on O Block and chill. And I know, like, past the gates, it's like that's another story. I've been told, if you're not invited in them gates, probably don't go in the gates kind of thing. And that's fine. I respect that. If I'm invited, I'm invited. If I'm not, I know where the mural's at. And, I'm not there again. I'm not there to be a fan. I'm not there to, a lot of people were kind of making fun of me because I was trying to explain how I want to take my picture with the mural. And they're like, you don't want to like smile or be like, everything. And I'm like, why would I want to do that? This is somebody that passed away's mural. So, other than that, it's just, I plan on, I want a picture of me from behind with my shirt that I have on now. It says KingVon on the back of it, and facing the mural. So I'm paying respect, not fanning out and, cheesing. And it's a different story for me.
I totally get it. I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you having me.
Somebody want to get up with these signatures. Somebody want to sign up to this. Where they going to find you at? What's your platform? What's your Instagram?
I started a YouTube channel, but I haven't gotten it together yet. So I just have some videos I posted from Dirk's concert that I just went to, some Juice WRLD concert stuff that I went to before he passed away. So my YouTube is under Kelly Piju. My last name is spelled Pujue. And my Instagram is also Kelly Piju. And I think even my Facebook too, everything's under my real name as of right now. I probably will change my YouTube name, but
What can they sign these signatures at? Where they gonna go?
It's at change.org, but it's on my in my bio.
Okay.
It's also in Delilah the Mural Movement. If you look on the Mural Movement page, I guess you could Google it. I don't know it off the top of my head. She has a link in her bio also. I want to say Chris Devins might have it in his bio. I'm not quite sure, but the artist Chris Devins, he's under Chris Devins, and he might have it in his bio also.
I appreciate you for coming through. You know what? Before we get up out of here, tell the police something, man. Tell the government. Tell the people who hating and don't want that mural up there. Because there's people up there saying we don't want that mural. What you gonna tell them?
I'm going to say like this, like what just happened with the artist, actually. I don't know if you found out or heard about the Eminem mural in Detroit. But I'm going to say it like this. Von's mural has been up there since, a day or two before his birthday, I think it was, that it got put up. Since it's been put up, there's been, as far as I know, because I do watch the scanner on Chicago, I don't see anything that's happened by it, near it, no defacing of it, nothing. And yet Eminem got painted on a wall in Detroit. 24 hours, there was pigeons on his head. And then the next night, the whole entire mural was painted over in brown and the whole mural's gone. So to me, obviously there's some respect there for Von. And I feel that as long as there's not anything going on or all that stuff they're trying to talk about, the gang banging and stuff like that, they should leave the shop owner alone. They should leave the mural up and, act accordingly. If eventually there is something that, causes such a big problem, then address it then. But right now, when it's still up and brand new and, it's not doing anything to anybody, leave it where it's at. It's a piece of art, actually. It's not just Von either. It's a piece of art that somebody painted. And just to take a roller and go over that, to me, it just seems so crazy. That's like a whole day's worth of work and just whoosh, gone. And it's a beautiful mural. I mean, there's lots of detail in it. It's very nice. Yeah. You should come see it.
Yeah, I'm going to get a chance. I'm going to get up out there. I might got to sneak out, but I'm going to get up out of there. But I appreciate the love, Miss Kelly P.
Yep, thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Reporter.